Welcome back everyone to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today I have a long overdue video for you, and that is part 2 of building our Star Wars action figure display cases. Now part 1 released about 4 weeks ago, and that was just the introduction to this project. And we've progressed since then. However, again, it's been long overdue for a part 2. So in this video, we're going to solely focus on the painting portion of the display case, and in the following weeks you'll see the display case be built and come to life with all of the hardware, the paint, and eventually on the wall with action figures. So before we jump into this part 2 video of building a display case, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you can stay tuned for all of the future Star Wars and Marvel videos on my channel. But let's go ahead and jump into building our Star Wars display cases. Okay, so as I mentioned in the first announcement video, these display cases are going to be super custom to the things that we like. I'm building a Revenge of the Sith display case, and we're building a Kenner display case for my dad. And the backing of these display cases, we decided to go the route of a design. Instead of just pure black or any sort of color, we decided it would be really cool and really special to do some sort of painting on the back of it. So that is influencing what materials we're going to use as well. So if you're going to follow along and build your own display case as these videos progress, the first thing you're going to need is a 24 by 36 poster frame. Now specifically, we've purchased the cheap ones from Walmart, the Mainstays brand. These poster frames have a plastic front and then a cardboard back, and both of these pieces are going to be used on the front and back of the display cases. So in this video, we're going to crack these open, take the backing of the poster frame, bring it outside, and get that first layer of spray paint down. And then from there, once it's fully dried, I'll begin to hand paint the rest of the cardboard backing to get some designs. Now, just to quickly tease as to what we're doing with these designs, as I mentioned in my video, the Revenge of the Sith display case is going to be the card back of the Revenge of the Sith figures from 2005. So the lava on the bottom, the Darth Vader helmet in the center, and then towards the top, Anakin and Obi-Wan dueling. Now, I've painted before. I've never done something this large, and I don't want to screw up. So this one's going to be interesting. I'm definitely challenging myself with this build. For my dad's Kenner display case, we thought about doing the Kenner card backs. However, he is going to display some duplicate figures like 4 or 5 stormtroopers, because you can never have too many stormtroopers. With that said, we've decided to go with a classic A New Hope scene, and that is the X-Wings and Y-Wings flying from Yavin 4 towards the Death Star. So you can expect to see a few X-Wings and a Y-Wing in the center of the display, the Yavin gas giant in the top right corner, and then the Death Star featured prominently on the backing of the poster. So these are the 2 different designs that we're going to use. Now both designs have to begin with a black layer of paint. Obviously, this is Star Wars, we're in space, so it has to have that black background. So we're going to do that first, and then from there we will begin hand painting. So super excited to jump in. I hope you are as well. So with that said, I'm going to cut, and we're going to head to my backyard and begin spray painting. All right, so now let's jump into quick time lapse of the spray paint. All right, now that we've gotten these poster boards spray painted black, it's time to start drawing the design and then doing the next layer of the hand painting process. So now we're going to cut to a couple of time lapses where you will see both of the display case backings come to life with both the drawing of the backdrops and then the painting of them. These time lapses are super cool. I'm really excited to share them with you. So let's cut to the first time lapse where I will draw and paint the Battle of Yavin. Following that, we'll cut to the time lapse of painting the Revenge of the Sith card back. So let's jump in. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Part 2 of building our Star Wars display cases is complete now that our backgrounds are fully painted and primed and ready to go with the display cases. So I do want to just call out, I know not everybody is going to want to hand paint a 24 by 36 poster board, and that's totally understandable. So another option for you is a couple of things. One, you can just spray paint the back black, leave it as is. You could spray paint it black and add a bunch of white dots for stars. Also, another great option is to take a 24 by 36 Star Wars poster, say of your favorite movie or favorite characters or whatever it may be, and put that on the backing. You could even laminate it and put it on the back. There are a lot of really creative ways you can customize the backing of your display case to fit your love, your passions, and your collection. So again, you do not need to do the exact same thing I'm doing with the actual hand painting, but as long as you get a 24 by 36 poster from Walmart, you'll be able to use the glass for the actual case, which you'll see in a future video, and you'll be able to use the backing to customize whatever way you want to make your Star Wars display case your own. So definitely brainstorm some ideas before embarking on the journey. Also, comment down below if you're going to build your own display case. Let me know what your backdrop is going to be. I'd love to hear what your collection's focused on and what you're doing to customize your own display case. So the display case is not finished. Stay tuned for part 3, which will release next week. And in that video, we will begin actually constructing the display case, buying the wood, buying the hardware. And again, I will be sure to link all of the products I am buying to build these display cases below in the description. And in the finale video of the display case, I will be sure to run through the entire list. So if you don't want to start building your display case until mine is complete, wait till that finale video, and then you'll be able to buy everything all at once and then follow along to the videos in the future. So again, thank you all so much for watching part 2. Subscribe down below to stay tuned for part 3, and I will catch you in the next one.